You know, having not read the books, this movie was really, really entertaining. And I didn't read these books when I was younger. I was like reading Goosebumps and shit. What's up, guys? This is Courtney, one half of the rest of Deconstruction here, and I'm bringing you my sort of late review for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark came out a couple of weeks ago, and I actually got the chance to see it. I went with a friend, and this film was actually really, really entertaining. It was good. And one of the things that helped out with that was the fact that in the theater right next to me, there are a couple of girls that came with their family, and they were literally screaming at all of the jump scares and screaming at all of the scares in general. And it was so fucking hilarious. They enhanced the viewing experience tenfold. It was that hilarious. So much so to the point that when I knew a jump scare was about to come, I started laughing because I was waiting to see what their reaction to it was going to be. And it was literally, if they had popcorn, that popcorn would have been flying everywhere, right? So yeah, this is a movie based on the books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, obviously. And it's about again, I didn't read the books, right? So I don't know if there's like a framing story around all the different stories in the books, or if it's just like a collection of short stories, right? So the framing device in the film is, it's Halloween, it's in like the 70s or something like that. These group of friends end up going to this abandoned house, and they end up coming across a book that was written by one of the residents of said house. Now, the thing about the house is that it's the house of the founders of the town, of the small town. And apparently they had a daughter that was, it's actually a condition, I believe. She's sensitive to light. So they had a daughter who they kind of hid away from the rest of the town, who ended up like killing herself, right? So she has a book of stories that she wrote. Now the thing about this book is that she had so much built up anger and pent up rage about how she was treated that the stories in the book come to life, and they start writing themselves, right? So this group of friends ends up, one of the girls who writes stories herself comes, takes the book when they're in the house. They get trapped in there for a bit due to some bullies or whatever like that, and they end up leaving, but she takes the book with her. All of a sudden, these stories start being written about people that she knows. So like the jock who was bullying them gets a story written about him. He ends up disappearing, right? Turns into the scarecrow. One of her other friends, August, the toe in the chili. Oh my God. But he ends up disappearing. Another one of their friends ends up disappearing, being absorbed by some weird looking blubbery fat person. I don't know if it's a woman or not. It's some type of monster. So she ends up with the help of, I guess, 18-year-old, because he's dodging the draft. But with the help of him, they kind of figure out the backstory to the book and like the black magic and everything like that. But overall, the movie was good. It had really good, even though it's based on like a kid's book, it did a really good job of building tension. Again, had I not been laughing at what the girls' reactions were going to be, I would have legit been, okay, this is getting really, really uncomfortable. There's a really good scare in the film, and you will know it once you get past it. There's gonna be an obvious jump scare, right? But it doesn't come from where they're setting it up to be. And I was laughing during that, and part of that laugh was because it was an uncomfortably tense scene, right? And the other part was, I'm gonna wait to see how these girls react. They're sitting next to me. But again, overall, the film is really, really entertaining. and I don't know if a sequel has been greenlit yet. I don't even know how well the film did. I'm interested to see where they take a sequel, because overall, again, the rage that this girl had because of the way that she was treated, and they sent her to like a psych ward in town where her brother was one of the doctors, her doctor actually, and they subjected her to electroshock therapy, trying to get her to admit to killing these kids that she didn't kill. She was trying to save them. She had so much pent up anger that was the cause of all this bad stuff happening with this book. And I think they kind of hint at voodoo being a thing, but yeah, overall, I'm interested to see where they take the sequel, because the friends, they don't come back. They're still gone. So what next? You know, what's his name? The 18-year-old, I forget his name, Ramon or something like that. He goes off to the draft because he's dodging the draft when he's passing through town. But this girl is still here, still in the town. So the movie is good. I suggest you go check it out. I'm interested to buy this on Blu-ray to see how they did the special effects for the monsters, because I know that they did suits for a lot of them, and this was produced by Guillermo del Toro, so the monster effects were going to be practical and enhanced with digital effects, right? So I'm interested to see the behind the scenes stuff on the Blu-ray. Hopefully they have some good stuff. But yeah, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is actually a quite entertaining film. It does a really, really good job of building tension and having you really uncomfortable in certain moments, and just a whole bunch of nope moments as well. So I suggest you get the chance to check it out. I don't know if it's still playing in theaters. It's been out for 3 or 4 weeks now. And I'm just now getting to my review. But it might be, since it was a smaller film, it might only be in theaters for like a month and a half before it starts being taken out. The preparation starts going towards a home release. So check it out if you haven't had the chance to. You won't be disappointed. Again, I've never read the books, so I don't know how faithful these stories are to the stories in the books, or if these stories are even in the books. The performances are good. They're believable for kids of that time, I imagine. And the stories are good too. Again, it's a whole bunch of nope moments. Like the girl with the spot. Yeah. Check the film out, guys.